What's happening, guys? My name's Dan Debenham, and if you're new to this channel is about filmmaking, gear reviews, gear unboxings with the odd vlog thrown in as well. I've been doing filmmaking for 12 years now. I am self-taught, so I've not gone to school. I know a lot of people do that, go to school and learn to filmmake, but I haven't done that, I've done it myself. Got a job from a friend of mine who wanted a commercial job doing for health and safety of like a customer service type thing, and that sort of inspired me to keep going. I really enjoyed the process. I really enjoyed the whole thing. Was just absolutely brilliant, and that made me want to carry on doing it. But it quickly became apparent that the one thing that was going to cost me a lot of money was music. Despite all the gear and everything else, you know, that's like a one-off cost. But music is a permanent cost that you have to have for your videos, whether that's commercial or whether it's a private video, whether it's your own video, whatever. So, you know, I'd scouted about. There's a couple of free sites there, here and there, but they've got like, you know, a handful of songs that you can't just reuse every single project, that are not all appropriate for what you want to use them for. And anything that was appropriate was pretty much expensive, yeah, massively expensive, to the point where I was like, no way can you do this and stay viable whilst you're trying to put music in. And music is, let's not be untruthful about it, music is massively important to a video or a film. It can evoke emotion and so on and so forth, gives that pace, etc. And it's just hugely important. And I guess the music industry kind of knows that it's hugely important, because that's why things are massively expensive. And they were upwards of like £70 to like $100 for a video, and I just thought, there's no way that I can do this and continue to make money, and there's no way that I can do it and it not bankrupt me without absolutely killing everything that I wanted to do. Even the free sites, the good songs that are on the free sites are like £35, £40, you know, we're talking $50, $60 for a song. And I was like, no way can I do this and make money. This is going to kill me monetarily. I'm going to be doing these videos for free essentially, because you've got the kit to buy and all the rest of it. And I thought, never can I do it. Anyway, started out this YouTube channel about 18 months ago, and that's when I came upon epidemicsound, and that's that sort of monthly subscription thing for music, and the way that they do it, and how they give their music to you and license their music to you. Sorry. The tutorial we're doing today is about how to use stems and how to get the song that you want from the track that you've got, and how to use them properly. So, without further ado, let's go and have a look and see how we do that. Okay, so first thing we need to do today is get some music. We're using epidemicsound, so get your browser up, epidemicsound.com, log yourself in, and let's have a look and see how we do it. So, we've got an account, we'll log ourselves in, and then within Epidemic there are different sort of sections that you can pick from, which allow you to choose music. You can either search directly, or you can pick from the staff picks, or you can go down and you can get featured, and you can do all sorts of different stuff. And effectively, that's very easily laid out. It's very simple to use and very easy to find good music that is usable in many different projects. You can also create your own playlists, which is what I've been doing recently. So I've got a couple of playlists. I've got tutorials, I've got vlogs, and I've got ones that's just basic favourite songs that I think that'll be good for something. I just chuck it in that playlist, and then eventually, when I feel like I need to use it, I can then use it on whatever project it is I want to use it on. So for that, we're going to go down and we're going to pick one that we like. Let's have this one, for instance. So we're going to go to download, and we get an option to download either the download in the full mix, which is basically just the whole song, as if you were downloading something from, say, Spotify or iTunes, or you were buying it off a site somewhere and you downloaded just the full song. You also get the option to download all stems. Now, stems are basically just the song split up into different formats. So you've got the drums split out from the melody, split out from the instruments, etc, etc, etc. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to click and download that. There we go. So we're in our project and we've got the songs in place, and we've got the melody, instruments, drums and the bass. And effectively what we're going to do is we're going to drag each one of those onto the timeline. So I'm going to grab this and drag it in, and then I'm going to drag the instruments in, then I'm going to drag the bass in, and finally I'm going to drag the drums in at the bottom. Now the melody itself, I don't want the melody because that's the bit with the singing on, so I don't want to do that. And as you can see from here, from the stems, you can see in each individual track, you can see where the music stops, where it starts, where it builds, where it starts to decay, and it allows you to then try and edit that, your visuals to that music, or that music to your visuals. And that's what we're actually doing now. We're sorting out the song to match what we want it to be. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to remove the drums, like so. Let me just go back to there, and let's just get rid of the drums, like so. So what have we got on here now? So basically what we've got is we've got to start off and we're just using the instruments. And I quite like that for that entire track. I quite like how it sounds that. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bring this forward. I'm just going to see what actually happens when I bring this in. So we're a little bit deeper, got a bit of bass to it, but we do want them drums in, don't we, as well? So let's get those in, because we didn't put those in before, and we know they build about there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start those drums off from the end of this. So what we've got, but I don't want that bass in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hit C on your keyboard, and I'm going to cut both of those, and I'm going to select both, and I'm just going to move them out of the way. And effectively what I'm doing there is I'm switching from the melody bass to just the drums, and that allows us to basically adjust the song to meet what I'm trying to say. Now I want to move this out of the way still, because I still don't want that song going in there. And I want that to come back in just as that goes quiet. There, like so. I want that to come in where that line is. So it comes in just comes in after, so you've got a slight change in where the music comes in from, which looks a bit like this. And because we can see where it's building and we can see what we're doing with it, effectively we can just adjust the track about until we get what we want to say where we want to say it. Now it is fair to point out that I am editing this without my voice on it, so the sound that I've got in the clip I've already edited, I've muted that because I just want to hear the music. I don't want to hear the voice. Because I've already pre-edited this, it's easier for me to do that this way. However, you may need to have the voice on yours, and you may need to make sure that you can hear what you're saying and when you're saying it, in order to be able to bring your music in when you need to bring it in. It is also imperative that you reduce the volume of that music, as you do with any music anyway, to a level where your voice is sort of either equal or greater than the music. And don't forget, obviously, sound needs to be between sort of 8 and 12 decibels. So you don't want to be too loud, but you don't want to be too quiet either. Just so that it's not like super loud when somebody plays it on a telly or on their laptop or whatever, and it's not also super quiet where they've got to crank the volume up in order to be able to hear what you're actually saying. So with that in mind, what we're doing is we're moving along here, and we're just trying to get this into a position where we've got everything we need. I want to keep some of this voice, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that forward like so to there, and I'm going to just cut there, and I'm going to bring that out all together there so that we've got that bit. And I'm also going to chop away from here, I think. Let's just check, see what we've got going off. Yeah, we've got quite a bit going off there, so I'm going to just move that about there. I think we'll bring it back in when this starts again. So we end up with it somewhere around here. So let's just move that into there like that. So effectively what we've got going off here is this drops, then it builds, and we're carrying on as we are, but we're no bass in that whatsoever. We've not got any bass in, we've taken the bass out, so it's just the intro and the song. In actual fact, what I might do is, thinking about it, I might just take out the intro bit altogether, the melody and the instruments, and I might just bring them back in there. So basically this drops down from this. And we can see it still needs a little bit of something to come in, so we need that little bit there just to sort of give it a little bit of something. So we've got that sort of sound, which is the bass coming in, and that allows us to just sort of bridge that gap a little bit so that we can then start the song off again. And that effectively is everything that you need to be able to edit stems and be able to put it to good use and use the track in a manner that fits what you need it to make. Rather than trying to fit your video around a track, you fit the track around your video. If this was useful, if you want to know how to shorten and lengthen a track, then click up here somewhere, and there is another video which shows you how to do that in Audition. It's very, very, very simple and super, super quick, but it's such a great tip. So do click on that and have a look. Put this to use, enjoy it, and make greater videos by using the music rather than letting the music use you. So with that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace!